Welcome everyone. Today we are going to build this awesome retro style text. So I'll break it down for you. First, I'll start by adding the text. Then I'll add all the color layers. Then I'll add the background, followed by adding texture to the text in background. And finally, I'll add the color blend at the base. Chapters have been added for better understanding. All right, let's begin. So let's begin. The first thing obviously that I'm going to do is I'm going to add text, and the word that I'm going to write is retro, R-E-T-R-O. Now let's make it bigger, and the next thing obviously that I'm going to do is I'm going to choose a font. And for a retro style font, I think I'm gonna go down here in the filter settings and bring it to the script fonts, and the font that I'm going to choose here is down below here, the freehand font, this one. Okay, the next thing is obviously that I'm going to make it bigger. Let's just make this bigger and bring it to the center, and now let's start adding the color layers. Okay, now let's come here on the left hand side and set the fill to none. Let's go on the right hand side in the appearance panel where I'm going to add all the colors. Start with the first one, and I'll use eyedropper to add all the shades. I've added the first cream one. Let's add the second color to this. I'll again use the eyedropper and use the red color, and then add the third one, and let's give this purple color. Then on to the next one, this light blue silver kind of color, and finally this dark tone of blue color. All right, so all these colors have been added order wise, so I'll select this second layer and second color, and I'm going to go down here in the FX, and I'm going to transform its position by going into distort and transform and choosing transform. On the horizontal, I'll move it by 1 pixel, and on the vertical, I'll move it by 1.2 pixels. And now I'm going to add copies. I think I first tried 20, but I think 15 would be the right thing. So I'll press 15 and press OK. And now I'm going to copy all of this to all the layers. So I'm going to hold this layer, press Alt, hold this layer, press Alt, and drag it down on the layer below. So as you can see, it has added the same transform below. I just need to change the number of copies. Make it double, press 30, hold the transform, press Alt, and drag it on the layer below. And I'll do the same for the both layers, and then simply press OK. So this is a neat trick. So you can drag the effects from one layer to another by holding Alt and dragging it up and down upon the layers. All right, so far so good. So the next thing that I'm going to do is that I'm going to apply a texture to this text. For that, but before I do that, I will add a background to this text so that we would be able to see the texture applied to the text very clearly and nicely. So let's add the background, 1920 by 1080p, and push it down, and I'm going to give it this orange color using the eyedropper tool. So now I'm going to select the text and make it a bit bigger, and then to apply the texture, I'm going to select it, and here on the right hand side where you see these two circles, this is the transparency panel. I'll use this to apply the texture. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to select the text, go up here, and simply click on this and press make mask. Remove the clip button and press on this. So right now it's empty. I have to place the texture on this. For this, I'll go up in the file and come down here and press place. This will open the menu in your system wherever you have the save that file. So this is the one that I've downloaded from Pexels. I'm gonna place it, and the way to place it is basically you have to draw it over the surface or the texture where you want to apply it. So I'm drawing it over the text, and now as you can see, it looks washed out. I've pressed the invert text to make it more obvious to you. So this is the texture, but by inverting it, it has really taken away all the colors. So I'm going to remove the invert mask, and I'm going to try different modes here, but eventually I'll come back to normal. So I'll just speed it up for you. But once you have made the selection, don't forget to click on the picture so that it gets applied and the transparency panel closes. So this is a permanent application now. Next, select this background and go up here in the effects and come down here in the textures and select the grain texture. So I wanted to apply a texture to the background as well because the orange color is a bit too bright. So I want to reduce its intensity and the feel of the background so that the text and the washed out feeling of it comes right on top. So I'm going to increase the intensity a bit so the grain would increase, but I'll reduce the contrast and press OK. Let it apply, and there you go. So with this, it gives a better feeling of the retro sense. All right, next up, I'm going to just make it full screen just to get a look. How does it look like? How does it feel? If there is anything that I want to add in it or make few changes. So let's make it full screen. All right. So as you can see, it gives this nice washed out old vibe retro kind of a feel. But there's one more thing that I want to do. I want to kind of add an accent to this whole feel. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go up here on the left hand side. I'm going to choose the pen tool, and then I'm gonna draw out a box from here down to the artboard on its corner and kind of draw a trapezoid or a parallelogram or just a box, as you can see. And I'm going to do the same on the right hand side here as well. Now I'm going to change their colors a bit. I'll choose the one on the left hand side here, and using the eyedropper tool I'll turn it red and give it this red color. Next, let's select these both and go up here in the objects, come down here in the blend, and in the blend options I'm going to choose the specified steps, and I'm going to give it 8. It's already written here. I'm going to press OK, and then let's go back here in the objects and down here in the blend and press make. All right, now let's tweak this. The first thing that I'll do is I'll make it a little bit bigger. I'll push it a little bit upwards. Now I'm going to push it down the layers by pressing Control and left bracket, and then let's select this and let's select the anchor point tool and select this point only. Whoops, just this point. Click on it again, and I'm gonna just make it a little bit bigger to the right so that it matches the shape on the left hand side in the red color. And this kind of gives it this perspective 3D kind of a feel, as if it's going further back in the distance. And with that, I think text work is complete. I hope you enjoyed the video, and now I would suggest you to continue watching or binge watch the whole playlist. Thank you.